Hey everyone, Stan here again. This is my second paramotor lesson at the Salton Sea, and I'm again back up in the air doing practice approaches and landings and takeoffs. So now I am getting ready for a practice approach.
Okay, here comes Stan on a practice approach. Okay, looking good, Stan. You are cleared for the option. If you want to do a full stop landing, you can, or a touch and go, you can, or just a go around. This can be a practice go around. You're welcome to practice.
Nailed it.
Real nice, very nice.
What I'm doing now is building the wall, and what that means is I'm getting the glider nice and level and fully inflated before I actually do a full inflation over the top of my head. This makes it possible that both sides of the glider come up in nice even level position. This is one of the most important parts of doing a reverse launch. See, it works much better that when you pull up in a reverse and you turn around, you give the gas right away. That way the wing doesn't have a chance to fall to one side or the other, and you get a good clean takeoff. Pretty nice view of the Salton Sea. I'm talking to the other pilot that's in the air. I'm going to chase him for a while. You could almost mistake this view for the Florida coastline. Now I'm just playing with turning a little left and a little right. Now coming back in for another approach for landing.
Okay, good. You want a stabilized approach with not any big power or anything prior to landing. You want just stabilized approach. If it's a real one, kill the motor. Okay, flare, flare, flare.
I didn't quite nail that one. What the problem was is I leaned back when I flared deep and I ended up on my butt. Nailed that one. That was way better. Not a bad power off spot landing if I do say so myself. Getting ready for another takeoff. This time the wind is shifted, so I have a lot less runway to deal with. Then when I turn around, I notice I really don't have a lot of runway. And I have to run like crazy because I'm running out of room. And I almost didn't make it. But there's something to be said about pouring the coals to it at the last second.
Yeah, it shows you the value of keeping running, right?
My little commentary on that sketchy takeoff. Now this is a view of the other way heading south along the Salton Sea. And now back the other way. This time with a little higher perspective. You can see one of the students off in the distance making a left-hand turn, so I decided to follow him a bit. Off in the distance you can see the remnants of an old harbor. Just the channels remain. And now back in for another practice approach.
Yeah, the wind just changed on me again.
This is pretty late in the afternoon, so the wind is pretty switchy. And getting tossed around a little bit. Pretty good. But I can't say the same for putting the glider down. Room for improvement.
So yeah. Good, that's centered real. That's going to be a clean, that's going to go good. So now back up a step or two.
Getting ready for a forward
Yeah,
launch.
Right there. Then we fire that and you go, you're going to have a good one.
Okay, clear pop.
Yeah.
Oh.
do forward launches when there's not much wind or zero wind.
There you go. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Start powering up.
As you can see, with a forward launch with no wind, you end up running quite a bit of distance before you get off the ground. When you got wind and you do a reverse launch, you're not on the ground as long. I actually prefer reverse launches more than forwards, because with a reverse you can take a look at your glider and see if all the lines are correct. You can make sure that the glider is centered on top before you turn around. And it's nice not to have to run so far. Now I just noticed that my radio had dropped and it's just hanging by the lanyard, so I'm picking that up. I'm going to get that resituated. That's one thing in aviation you always have to be careful of, is when you're presented with little distractions like this, that you continue to fly the aircraft and deal with the situation accordingly.
Yeah, that's good.
Change of pace with the cloud cover. Okay, let's move up to the landing. Now I'm coming in for my power on spot landing.
Looking good for the spot.
I greased that one.
Yeah, that'll work. That was within about 10 feet of that spot.
And now, as promised, here's my date with the propane tank. I have a normal forward launch, but then getting off the ground a bit, I start veering to the right for some unknown reason and end up heading straight towards this propane tank, which I finally have to decide to abort so I don't hit it. Safe. That's it for now, until next time.